be an HD camera. It needs as much light as it can get its grubby little fingers on. Okay, today was eventful. I basically just reorganized the entire garage so I could have a space for my new toy tomorrow. Very excited. It is a 1937 South Bend 9-inch metal lathe. Going from this little Chinese thing that has been worth every penny, but still I'm limited. I mean, there's maybe 8 inches of space between the centers. That's just not enough. I mean, I can do pop cans, basically pop can ingots of aluminum, but anything bigger than that, and I'm kind of screwed. But this has been a learning experience, and hopefully it's prepared me for the next step up. And hopefully that lathe doesn't end up being a big pain in the ass. I got a feeling some of it is, but I'm confident I'll be able to fix just about anything that needs it. So I decided to separate all my grinding stuff from my machining stuff. As before, the bench grinder is right next to the mill, and I don't like that dust being anywhere near it. So this needed to be done anyway. And everything's not clean yet. I haven't got the computer set up or anything yet. But I like it. I feng shuied the shit out of this. So this here opens forward now instead of over in there in the corner against a desk. That's going to be like the area where we do, like carb rebuilds. I got my ultrasonic cleaner over there, and manuals and electrical work, soldering, things like that. It's going to be very comfy. My fridge over here. Started at the wood stove for the first time this year. It got a little bit too hot in here, but I'm not complaining. And this here is still a mess, all of this. But all this stuff will find a home someplace. Like that box here is probably going to go out in the other garage. All those motorcycle parts definitely going out in the other garage. At least till I can organize them and then sell them. Founder stays right where it's at. Table saw. I can't bring myself to sell the thing, so I may take off the little leaves, this little side leaves, and store it, because I don't ever use it. At least I haven't had much occasion to. I'm selling that belt sander. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just I prefer the Delta. That's pretty much all there is to it. I like the table on the Delta more. I like the slower speed of the Delta, strangely enough. Bandsaw stays, even though I'm going to build a new bench for it. It's going to be wicked when it's done. I have a bunch of round steel tubing, top rails off of fences. It's not galvanized. All I need to do is get a hole saw about the same diameter, and I'm going to be able to cut the radiuses, or the radii of those, and be able to weld them together nice and clean. That there, I may build another stand for that too, just so it's a little bit taller and more sturdy. But to be honest, a lot of people complain about the rickety ass little stand that comes with it, but it works. I mean, it works. I haven't really needed to change anything. I've had it for about 2 years, and it's one of my favorite tools in this shop. It saves me a lot of hacksawing. I mean, imagine having to hacksaw something like that, How much fun do you think that would be? So once all that's cleaned up, I'll be happy. I got a nice clear path to wheel the lathe on. It comes with its own stand. The stand, by the way, is wicked. That area there is going to be where I make my patterns. I got my scroll saw, my hot wire cutter, my wax. Well, it's a fryer, but I use to melt wax. Got all my foam down there. Different types of sand. I've got play sand there and there. I've got Petrobond and K-Bond. And behind that I've got a whole bag of Petrobond clay, which will probably last me the rest of my life. Got a bunch of some fairly fine silica sand back there. Refractory mortar, sheetrock mud. I really don't know why I'm telling you about this, but I'm just excited and I'm happy. And I'm going to get this for posterity because it's not going to stay clean long. Never does. That clusterfuck right there is actually fairly organized. Kind of nice to have everything in one place. There's my degas. I haven't used it yet. I'm kind of itching to try that out. I was trying pool shock, but I ended up with more bubbles with the pool shock than I would have without it. I've got light salt in here with a bunch of pre-cut pieces of tin foil, so I can just make little packets and push them at the bottom of the melt. I'm gonna start melting the light salt before I put it in the melted aluminum. See if that changes anything. Got a bunch of lead fishing weights. Ooh, these are the quarters, I think. Nope, these are the number 3s, 3 ounce. Probably gonna sell those. I got everything from 5 ounce down to like a 1/3 ounce or a 1/4 ounce, I don't know. Little tiny egg weights, bank sinkers, things like that. A little more down there. And yeah, I've got my belt sander here. Got a very coarse belt on it right now. This is really good for shaping lathe bits. Very almost effortless. I can change the angle here and here, so it makes it pretty simple. This here is useful too, even though it needs dressed. It looks like it's like some jackass used aluminum on it. I think I'm gonna have to talk to that jackass. My flasks up there. I got electricity here. So all this stuff has got power. Only thing I'm worried about is my welder. I like having that thing plugged directly in, and it's going to be going through a lot of extension cord, and I'm going to have to change that. I don't think I'm going to get quality welds from that thing. I think it needs 20 amp circuit, and I don't think I'm even running the 20 amp circuit on any of these outlets. So eventually I'll have to have an electrician come in here, put all my clamps up there, hoping the lathe doesn't move all the way to the wall there, because I don't want to have to change how I've got my little organization trays. I'm still in the middle of reorganizing up there. Most of it doesn't need it, but you know, like up there, I'm going to leave all that stuff alone. But I guess this is just supposed to be a quick little video, and it ended up being 9 minutes long. Sorry. I'll probably edit the living shit out of it. Speaking of... Actually, I don't know what I'm speaking of. I just want to show this off. It's wicked. This gigantic V-block. My muscles all hurt. Look at the size of this thing. Yeah, the guy that sold me the lathe gave me this. It's just monstrous. It's like an old guy, old machinist, welder. He's a very kind person. I almost feel bad buying this stuff off of him. You know, but I know he can't use it anymore. It's just sad. I like that guy. It sucks when you can't do what you want to do. He gave me a deal and a half on this too. $500 for that South Bend. And to be honest, the accessories that came with it, 2 3-jaw chucks, a couple of different kind of tool holders, centers. Looks like a steady rest back there, full set of, or I don't know if it's a full set of change gears. I haven't gone through them all yet. I think I might be missing the ADT, but they could be on the lathe too. And a bunch of documentation from things like South Bend milling machines, drill presses, all sorts of stuff. I checked them out on eBay, and some of those catalogs are worth $100 a piece. Like, to be honest, I know I came out way ahead on this. So next video will be me showing off all my cool stuff. Hopefully it's together, and I don't know if I'm going to start. I might screw around with it to begin with, but I intend to pull it apart, put a rebuild kit in it, put new wicks and new felt wicks, and possibly put a thrust bearing in the headstock, which is a fairly simple little mod, thanks to Halligan anyway. So that's it for now. See you tomorrow.